What's up, guys? PDC here. Luckily, I was able to catch this game in between classes. We got Cdumas versus CBB in Gen 7 OU for SPL. CBB on the cryos and Cdumas on the scooters. So CBB's running a dual steel. Probably he has Keldeo, which is actually really interesting because Keldeo in Sun and Moon is not exactly an amazing mon. But Cdumas is running Cdumas is running some Medicham offense with Magearna, Latios, Greninja, Zapdos. CB's team looks pretty interesting, to be honest. I thought it was an Orias team for a second, but then I saw that Coco. I don't know why it has Keldeo, but I guess he made a matchup pick, and that might be... Looking at the damage, that looks like it's going to be a Scarflando, and that might be a Specs Keldeo with a Pursuit T-Tar. He's definitely going to have some stuff to kill, or at least weaken Toxapex on a surprise move, so we'll have to see what that is. I don't know the Scizor set. We see Roost from the Coco, which means that it's not Specs. It's going to still have a pivot move. I don't know the set, though. It could be Nature's Mat. Oh, we see HP Ice, and it could be Sugar Berry, actually. But we see the HP Ice, and Lando just gets Rocks Up. Scizor probably... It doesn't have to have Defog, but it might. We see a Volt Switch on the AV Gearna. Rocks Up is definitely going to be very helpful for Cdumas. CV just goes back up to Lando, which may or may not have Rocks, although I thought it was Scarf. It doesn't mean it can't be, though, because it's a very good chance it is. It could be Scarf Rocks. I'd imagine T-Tar is going to be CB, because that's like the only set people run. Unless CBB's running Megatar, but I think Pursuit makes a lot of sense here. Either way, I think Cdumas is going to go on the side of caution, because there's no reason for you to let this die or make like a stupidly bold move here, unless you're Shuka Berry, because if Lando does EQ you, you are completely fucked over by Coco. Because Latios gets U-turned on. Well, it doesn't have U-turn, because it has Volt Switch, but Latios gets chipped pretty easily and just pursued almost instantaneously by T-Tar. So that's not a very good risk to take. Looking at... I mean, I think here you want to just switch out. I mean, Lando is a safe bet, in all honesty. Yeah, Lando is a fine switch here. He goes for the Defog. Okay. Rocks will go back up. And... CBB, yeah, people are going, oh, he's the GOAT, he's the GOAT. He is the GOAT, but I think that was a fairly... I mean, he was not sacking Magearna there. He's not making like a stupidly bold play and eliminating it. That's just foolish. But looking at Defog U-turn, I'm pretty sure that's definitely Scarf. So this Keldeo was either a Z-move variant, if Coco is not Z-move, or it's Specs set. He's going to switch out and go with the T-Tar, trying to catch the Latios on the switch. And he does catch the Latios. So that's pretty good for CBB, because I'm assuming this is a Pursuit. This was, oh shit, there's Z-Power, and there's Hydro Vortex, and T-Tar lives, and there's a Pursuit, which should kill, but that T-Tar is gone. But that was a very good play, very interesting play by Cdumas. I thought he was going to be using another Z-move, but Hydro Vortex is actually a really neat play there, because that T-Tar, if it was really fragile, I don't think it would have killed unless... Yeah, I don't think it would have killed, but it's a very neat tech. If you got another layer of Rocks, I'm sure it would have been a roll. And now T-Tar's gone, which really doesn't mean too much, but... I mean, Zapdos is better now, although... Yeah, Zapdos is definitely better now. I mean, he still has Coco, but Keldeo, Ferrothorn, and Scizor all hate Zapdos, and he doesn't even need to predict with Zapdos to get killed with it, so... And Scarflando with EQ, U-turn, Defog, its last move is... its last move is probably Edge, I guess. I mean, Coco at this point is the only check to Zapdos, because T-Tar's gone. And I guess Keldeo can outspeed it, but as long as Zapdos is, at least decently bulk, like it has at least some decent bulk and decent special attack, like it's going to be a pain in the ass for CBB to deal with. And Cdumas, because that is CB-Tar 100%, gets a free switch here into whatever he wants. He could go out to Medicham, he could go out to Greninja. He could U-turn with his own Lando. Yep, that's another play. He could just U-turn out here if he wants, because T-Tar does not die to Rocks. There's the U-turn, and now I guess he goes out to Medicham, because U-turn prevents the switch of Coco coming in. Or he goes to the Zapdos, actually. That's probably the best play. Because he sacks T-Tar here on the Heat Wave, because unless CB is really wild... Actually, you can go Coco here. Yeah, Coco's 100%. You can just go Coco. But that does hurt. There's no leftovers, and sand is still up, and if Cdumas wants, he can try for another Heat Wave here and see if he gets a burn. Burns are not like incredibly damning in this generation, but you know, having the 6% no matter what is certainly helpful because Sam won't be up for the rest of the game. So I mean, having that 6% really helpful for Cdumas' case. So yeah, he goes with a Heat Waving in probably. Misses though, which is unfortunate. However, I kind of doubt this Coco's ability to actually kill Zapdos. So if he really wants to, I think Cdumas can probably roost stall this for a few turns or two. Yeah, the Heat Wave miss sucks. I mean, he was going for the burn. But yeah, there's Bolt, and there's a crit, which is really bad, because now Zapdos is actually... I don't think I would have went for a Heat Wave there, because... I would not have went for a Heat Wave there, because there's the Roost, obviously. Yeah, I think Heat Wave there was not the optimal play, because you want to test the damage. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he can switch in Zapdos again on Ferrothorn without it dying. And there's HP Fire, so... Yeah, he's going to defog again here, I probably... Oh, sorry. I think I'm not getting sick. I'm just tired. My nose is stuffed. So, CBB, again, I mean, if he defogs here, Lando just comes in and get rocks up again. Keldeo is looking very dangerous now, though. If he can force a rock again, like, that's a really good call, because if he defogs here, that is forcing... I mean, it's a Keldeo is coming in, and it really comes down to just him clicking Specs Hydro or Surf and fucking something up, which is very interesting because with Latios gone, his only water resists to Greninja, and Keldeo outspeeds the rest of his team. And Greninja is no check in any universe to Keldeo. It gets to a KO by every move it has, except for Icy Wind or Oko by Sigurd Sword. So, I mean, this really is... Cdumas is taking his time here. He knows that this is going to be a bad situation. He decides to stay in and goes for the Flirt Cannon. Yeah, I figured staying in there was fine. Now CBB can... Okay, he goes Zor. And if this is SD Zor, the game probably isn't over, but you're looking at, if it's offensive, Bullet Punch taking out Zapdos. And -1 HP Fire is not doing enough. I wonder if Magearna had another move to hit Lando with, because if it did, it should have used it. But we see Scizor coming in. It's going to be probably SD now. SD is probably the logical set. It probably has some investment too, so I'd assume a +2 Bullet Punch will kill the Zapdos. CBB's making a Mega, and he goes for the U-turn and does 12. Okay, and in comes the Coco. Yeah, I think Cdumas is in a lot of trouble here, because now he's kind of stuck in a vortex, and he can't really confidently get out of it. I definitely thought Cdumas wasn't in this terrible position, but now he certainly is after the miss and the crit. He goes with the Lando. CB HP Ices, yeah, unsurprising considering Zapdos died to it. In comes Greninja. Now Coco is essentially getting a kill every time. I mean, Magearna can take a T-Bolt at a Volt Switch, but it's not going to be able to take that twice, and that is certainly detrimental to Cdumas. Unless this is Happy Hour Greninja, then I don't see him winning, which it can't be Happy Hour Greninja because he's Z-move Latios. So yeah, CB pretty much destroyed him. Okay, there's Hydro, and that's not even to a KOing Zor. I am not even sure the set of that, because I guess it's Scarf? Actually, Scarf usually doesn't even carry. Yeah, okay, Hydro U-turn takes this thing out. The game is over. This is a very quick game. For what it's worth, I mean, CBB did not even play to his usual caliber, because he didn't need to. There was no requirement for him to play to any flashy caliber here, because he won by default. Not by default, but he certainly had Cdumas by the ropes. I mean, yeah, it's just he's not 6-0 by Coco. It's just he played around it very and it's just, yeah, I don't... I mean, it's not a great counter, but like... Yeah, there's Volt Switch. Yeah, 19. Now T-Bolt is doing a million damage to everything. He's going to go for the HP Fire, and here comes just a crunch. And Coco now resets the Electric Terrain. Volt Switch is out to Keldeo, and he wins. So that's the game. Yeah, Volt Switch and U-turn with Scarf Lando really put a hurt on Cdumas' team, which, to be honest, I do not like Cdumas' team all that much. I think Cdumas' team is pretty. I mean, it just seems fragile, and I don't really like offense, all out offense in this gem. He goes for Scald. I thought they would carry Surf if it's Specs. To tell you the truth, I don't think the luck mattered too much. I really don't think it did, because even though I mean, the crit was certainly bad. Yeah, I mean, Coco was not handled that as well as it could have by Cdumas. But that's really much it. That's the game. Nothing really flashy. CBB put him in the dirt. I mean, it's not that Coco individually, it's Coco plus anything else, because Coco individually is not sweep, but he handled it not incredibly well. And I mean, yeah, I don't see any avenue where Cdumas could have really won this. Even I think CBB won without the hacks, so whatever, I guess. That's the consequence of running a team so fragile and getting pulled in by a double that easily, but whatever. Thank you guys for watching. Quick little game. This is like, yeah, 10 minutes long, so I'm going to cut off here. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.